Okay, now we're going to do an assignment that I've done with my seventh grade classes for a while, but I'm used to doing it in the classroom. I've never done it online, I guess, obviously. It's called Sunlight for Breakfast. Now, if you've been in my class, if you were in my class last year, you know that in the front of my room I have these posters, Sunlight for Breakfast. So you know what I'm talking about. Now, to adapt it, it's the posters are, paper like this big and stuff like that. They have nice titles and writing and, cartoons and things, the drawings that the kids make, which I really like doing that. And I'll give a couple of class periods to work on it, generally speaking. Um, I can't really show you any examples because they're in my classroom and I live about an hour away. I'd have to drive to get there back. I wish I could. But I'm going to want you guys to make a poster. I normally do this as a poster contest as part of the fun in the classroom, but we're not in the classroom, so I'm not going to make it a poster contest. What I want you to do is get two pieces of paper and get them and tape them together. So if you have a piece of poster board or a poster paper, you could do that instead. That's okay. But if you don't have poster paper or larger size paper, get some Scotch tape. You overlap them a little bit, tape it down like this. See? And so I got the tape there, and then do it on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to expect you to make it a little bit oversized so it's like a poster. All right? Now, on my example, I'm just going to make it on a normal size piece of paper because I don't want my example that I make to take, half an hour for me to make it or an hour for me to make it. Now, this isn't something I don't want you to have to spend like 6 hours on this, all right? Spend an hour or two on it. And I'm going to give you through Thanksgiving vacation to work on it as well as whatever period time is left in this period. It will be due the next time we have class. Have it done, and I'm going to have you turn it in by, I like the video part. It seemed like it was pretty quick and easy for you guys to just click the button. So I'm going to make it like you turn in with a video and you show your poster on the video, and that way I can see what it is. Or I'm also going to have a question after that if you'd prefer to take a picture and then you got to sort of upload the picture by getting it on your computer and upload it. Now, it's probably more steps to do the upload the photograph, but if that's what you prefer, I'll accept either method, okay? But I am going to have it set up to where you can use the camera to turn it in. Okay, Sunlight for Breakfast. This is one of my favorite assignments. And this is something that I think is kind of fun, art project. And the things it requires, it's got to have a title. It's going to have the various elements that are part of it. Now, the deal with this, Sunlight for Breakfast, the concept is that the energy we get as living organisms comes from the food we eat, okay? And the food we eat gets the energy from, well, if we eating like another kind of animal, like a carnivore, if we eat meat, then it gets it from the food it eats, right? Which is other living organisms. And if we eat a plant, then the energy comes from that plant. Well, where does the energy come from to get to the plant? Well, the answer is it comes from the sun. The energy actually that we live on, that powers life on Earth, including us, comes from the sun. So we have the sun over here on the upper left. And I'll go ahead and use my design format here. I don't know why I kind of like to make the sun, give it sunglasses. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. And then, anyway, there's the sun, the sunlight for breakfast, right? Okay. So you're going to need a title, and I'd like you to use some sort of, I don't know, fancy writing or something. I'm just going to write Sunlight for Breakfast. I'm just going to make it fast, so I'm not going to do any fancy lettering, but I would like you to do some sort of lettering style, okay? Whichever one you like is fine. Another thing I'm going to tell you, I'm doing Sunlight for Breakfast as a default, but if you'd like to change it to make it Sunlight for Pizza or Sunlight for Dinner or Sunlight for Thanksgiving Dinner, that would be even better yet. All right? So Sunlight for Breakfast is the title, or Sunlight for, I don't know, turkey and stuffing, whatever you want to make it. But here's what you got to have. The energy now, the thing is, this is about a concept called energy flow that we're going to get to in ecology, right? The energy all starts from the sun. And so what we're doing here, we're drawing the flow of energy. So the arrow has to go from the sun to the plant. Now, the kind of plant here, what are we going to have it be? Oh, I don't know. Let me say, let's make it bacon and eggs, okay? Bacon and eggs is what we're having for breakfast. If you want to have different kinds of food in your poster, you're certainly welcome to do that. I've seen a lot of different varieties, and that's just fine. But now, it doesn't go straight from the sun to the bacon, right? The bacon, where's it come from? Okay, so over here, you can have whatever character you want to have. Let's just say, okay, here's you. Here's a picture of you. Okay, this is you. And here's, I don't know, here's your nose. And since you're eating, let's give you a big old mouth with teeth. Okay, so here's my default you. Okay, here's your ear. And so there's you. And you're going to eat, right? You're eating breakfast. And what are you eating? Well, you're eating bacon and eggs. Okay, so let's say the bacon, let's just have the bacon. How am I going to draw this? So again, I want you to kind of, I'm just sort of making it up as I go along. So here's the bacon, couple strips of bacon, right? That's what that's supposed to be. And if you're not sure if it doesn't really look like it, then you can always write underneath it. You can do that if you want. That's optional. But the energy goes from the bacon to you. This is the direction it moves, right? The bacon isn't eating you. You don't want to go, I eat the bacon, so the arrow this way. No, the arrow goes that way, goes to you. And eggs. So we'll have like a fried egg. Oh, I don't know. Here's a fried egg. And you're like, I can't draw that. Sure you can. Sure you can. Okay, so here's a fried egg. I don't know. Now, if you color it, look, by the way, I would like you to color it. Don't color the whole thing, by the way. Just color the parts that are important to accentuate them. So I'd make that yellow, and it's on a plate. Oh, well, you got two separate plates for the bacon and eggs? Well, I could have put them maybe on the same plate. Whatever. It could have been pancakes. It could have been cereal. It could be whatever. But you got bacon and eggs. Now, the egg, of course, comes from a chicken. So you can have, in this case, I'll draw a chicken. I don't know why it helps for me to have chicken music going through my head. Or is that a turkey? I don't know. Anyway, here's a chicken. Okay, so there's a chicken. And again, if you draw something, sketch it out, try to make it decent. You don't have to spend 1,000,000 hours on it, but take your time. I'm just drawing it fast. Now, here's the thing. I want to make this point now. I don't know if I would clarify this. You need to draw what I'm drawing here, so you have it to refer to. So you should have a piece of paper right now, and you should be drawing this. If you don't, at this point, pause the video, go get a piece of paper, come back and draw this much, okay? And then resume the video where you are. Sorry if I left that out. So anyway, that comes from the chicken. Here's where I went wrong on this. I'm saying, I wish I had more room on this side. Use pencil first. I'm using the pen because you can see it better. But do it in pencil first, and then you can ink it over and color it, okay? The beauty of a pencil is you can erase it and you can correct it. Light pencil, not dark pencil. And then you can darken it up. Okay, so now where does the chicken get its energy? It gets its energy from corn. So let's say I'm drawing a corn plant. You have leaves that fold over, and they have like the ears of corn, right? Again, I'm doing a quickie sketch. Now, I can imagine some kids go, do I have to draw this by hand? I'd like you to, but since you're at home, I am going to allow you, if you can make a poster that you got photographs that you put in there that are good pictures of what you're talking about, I will allow you to do that, okay? So if you have a way that you can make a nice poster using computer imagery, that's okay. Otherwise, the default is just to draw it. So here's corn, right? So the sunlight energy is captured by the plant in photosynthesis. Then the energy goes to the chicken who eats the corn, then it goes to the egg, and then it goes to me. So the energy flow is happening here. The term here we're going to use, I would like you to write this down. Yes, you have to write this down. Energy flow. That's the scientific concept that we are going to be exploring here in ecosystems, okay? The flow of energy from the sun to the plant to the animal. This is called the first order consumer, and to the second order consumer, to you. Okay? Now, the bacon, it doesn't come from a chicken, so we got to drive the chicken in here. Yeah, I want to hurry up. It's getting 10 minutes long. I want it to be under 10 minutes. Okay, so you got a pig. Okay, here's a pig. And there's the pig and the bacon. Now, the pig doesn't eat the sunlight. Let's say the pig eats, oh, I don't know, let's say a grain, right? Wheat. Let's say that wheat is um, what does wheat look like? Okay, it's got like a head, a grain head at the top. It's actually grass. By the way, human food is actually grass, is most of human food. And so you got a field of wheat, right? And how you draw that is kind of up to you. You can look at pictures and stuff like that. And like I said, I think I will allow, if you really would rather make a computer digital poster rather than a hand-drawn poster, you can do that and you can upload that or print it out and show me in the video. Either way there too. Okay, but these arrows are key. The arrows have to go from the sun to the person. You must have two flows there. Okay? If you want to have it be a vegetarian meal, you can do that, but instead of two flows, just make it three flows. Because here I want to have the where you show the predation line here, where you have the uh, sun to the plant to the animal to us. You got to have at least one of those, or make it three separate if you just have vegetarian. Here's one other requirement that you need to have in your poster. It's where it has the sun. You only have to put it in one place. I want you to write this word. This is going to be, I would say, probably the most important single vocabulary word in the entire ecosystems unit. Can you guess what the word's going to be? Photosynthesis. And then when we come back, what our lesson's going to be after Thanksgiving is about photosynthesis. So you have to write the requirements. Once again, sunlight for whatever it is your poster's about. You got to have the sun. The arrows go from the sun to the person, and it can be a different person. That's fine. Doesn't have to be breakfast. You can change it to something else. You have to have some sort of meat product in it where the animal is eating the plant. But if you don't want to have a meat product, you have to have 3 lines of plants, because then you just you have less drawings and stuff. And it must have the term photosynthesis in it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the assignment. You must make a poster, sunlight for breakfast. And again, if I didn't live so far from the school, I would be showing you samples of it. You can do it on a double layer paper, or you could do it digitally if you like. That is your assignment to work on. And then, like I said, I'll let you work on it through the vacation, through the Thanksgiving vacation. You don't have to spend 9 hours on it. But if you'd like to spend some time and do something you're really proud of, that would be awesome. Okay? All right. There's your assignment. Go have fun and eat some sunlight.